Hi everybody. I keep hearing the voice to share, so I'm going to do this. This feels even more vulnerable than I've been practicing being vulnerable lately. I am back from my sabbatical of 50 days to embrace a new life after many significant life changes and do some personal healing work and expansion and releasing and redefining and rebirthing. And I'm so happy to say I feel so much better. I feel better in my mind. My mind feels so much more cleared out and my heart feels open. I feel good in my body. And I'm so happy to be back in Maine and to be back in all the ways. And I wanted to share some things that came to me on my sabbatical, on this personal journey, this quest that I was on. If you want to live a vulnerable life, and I have been really practicing that, I am committed to staying open-hearted in this life, no matter who and what shows up in front of me. I want to live a vulnerable, authentic, more and more life, real. And it takes courage to do that. I'm aware of that. And sometimes it feels like it takes tough skin to do that. So I'm learning as I re-enter the world as I knew it. Some techniques could be helpful to live a vulnerable, open-hearted life. So I'm going to share 30 things you could do, 30 things I'm going to practice to deal with difficult people. Let's say you feel insulted. Let's say somebody comes at you in an unskilled way. They're mean-spirited. Oh, my favorite is they shame you or try to shame you or manipulate. But of course, say cutting humor, dark sarcasm, kind of lowbrow ways of communicating. And I am not saying I'm above any of it. I have lived that. I have hurt probably some of you watching. And if so, please contact me privately. And I'd like to clean that up with you and learn how I can be more effective and intelligent and kind in my communicating and in my humor. I love banter and, there's a place for it. So how to deal with the asshole. Now, remember, you can be one too, as can I. But just aside from, we know that, and we're working on that. But if somebody is like, wow, that hurt, like, oh, that hurt my heart, or I feel that in my stomach, like a kick or a knife in the back. If something like that happens, like, you're just not expecting it. 30 things you can do to heal and deal and cope and soothe. Here we go. Number one, first thing you could do, take yourself less seriously. I know I could work on that, so try that on. Take yourself less seriously in that situation. Second one, definitely take that person less seriously. Don't take it to heart. You don't have to take it personal or make a big deal out of it. Just be like, wow, okay. Just keep it in its place. Number three, methods of coping with unskilled human in front of you. Breathe, and smile. Let's do it now. Oh, yes, you would be with yourself, be with the breath, still present in your business, home. Number four, you could sing or you could yodel. I don't know how to yodel, but I could do the loon call, which sounds like a yodel. Or you could say, ha ha ha. And I'm thinking about trying that. All of these I'm gonna try. I'm just new. I'm gonna be practicing all of these. I really wanna do better at this instead of being so mortally wounded. Number five, you could just snap your fingers and go, like that. Why not? Number six, consider the source. Who is that person? What state are they in? Like, are they doing their personal work? Are they altered in any way under some sort of substance? Because that's not them speaking, that's the substance speaking. Maybe their pain body's up. Whoa, okay, all right. Just witness, consider. That's number six. Number seven, say ouch out loud as you take 3 breaths and make really good soft eye contact. Ouch, and just look. Let them know it hurt. Let yourself know that hurt. Acknowledge your precious heart. Number 8, back away dancing like a retracting move. You could go whoop, whoop, like that. I love dancing. So maybe you could do something like that, something goofy, just back up out of the scene in a weird movement. Number 9, whistling is like a release of energy. You could just go. I know, it's ridiculous. Number 10, one breath. Take one breath and literally bite your tongue. We don't want to cause harm. We don't want to add to the situation. You don't want to be doing something. I don't want to be doing something where I later have to make amends. Just bite that tongue until you're non-reactive. Hands on the belly. Number 11, hands on the belly and belly breathe. Get your hands right over you, maybe your solar plexus too, both of them, and just kind of protect yourself, shield yourself, soothe yourself. You don't have to run, just hold your space. Number 12, laugh again. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. That was so funny. No, you don't add that. That's sarcasm, right? Just laugh, goofy laugh. Take myself less seriously. Number 13, silently say, you can't touch me. You can't touch my inner being. You can't touch my heart. Like, I'm whole. I'm a good person. I am kind. I am on my path, working at being all of that. Number 14, the only prayer, if Byron Katie says if she had a prayer, God help me to end my so hopeless search for seeking love, approval, or appreciation outside of myself. Amen. So not trying to like please that person and like quickly say, oh, I'm sorry, or like bend over or take it all on. Just be present with yourself and not try to get someone else's approval. Get your own. Just come back home. Number 15. Let it go. Just let it roll over you and just snap your fingers. I like the snapping, some kind of a release, some signification, just let it roll off your back. Number 16, breathing in and out 3 times again. Let's try it. Oh yes. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to worry about. Just breathe. Number 17, stay in my own business. Stay in my own hula hoop. Somebody introduced me to that idea. They're in their hula hoop. I'm in my hula hoop. Just stay here and come back home. Number 18, take on the student's position. Be a witness. Just consider what they're saying. What if it's some good feedback that you could use? What if they say something horrid to you and you're like, well, like you just, instead of like wanting to defend or attack or explain or justify, just like, well, let me just consider it. Let me just see. They could enlighten me to something I'm asleep to. The student's position. Open, curious. Number 19, I think, if it's a judgment, like if I'm judging that person, like they're such an asshole, something like that, wait, turn it around. How am I being that right now? Am I being that way mentally? Am I judging them harshly? Am I about to separate? Did I make them the enemy? Did I make them a bad person? How am I judging them? And just own it and just come back to my own true nature. Number 20, embracing the bird's tail is a Qigong move. You could either, like in your mind, go like this. This is like your protection. You protect your heart and your pericardium with this Qigong movement. That's like your no. I'm not going to let this disturb my day and my life. I'm not going to let this upset me and go down the rabbit hole. And then you come back to a yes. You open your heart. You switch sides. No. Protection. Protect yourself before you go into situations that might be challenging or people that you might find challenging, and then open like this. You could just kind of do this before or after. That's about discernment. You could wear a shield, number 21. Like literally kind of do that before, like I said, the bird's nest, or maybe just wash over yourself before you go into a family situation, or maybe people have been drinking, or like you don't know, but just like, okay, you just protect yourself. Bring an umbrella. Wear some good rain gear, metaphorically or literally. Yes. Number 22, things you can do to survive, thrive in difficult situations that instead of being so upset. Recognize, this is a fun one. It wasn't mine, but I kind of like it. Recognize what's going on and run your ass off. Just get out of there. Exit the scene. Number 23, you could guffaw, laughter, like another, like, just something like that. Oh my God, I feel so vulnerable right now. I wonder if I'm gonna post this. Number 24, you could sneeze. You could fake a sneeze. Achoo! Why not? You could say whoop, whoop, whoop. I like that, very loudly, just, yes, to take it all less seriously. Bust out in song. I won't model that. That's number 26. Number 27, in a British accent, you could say, fuck off, mate. Fuck off, mate. It's not that kind, but you could say it to yourself. Number 28, 3 breaths. I'm really into the breathing. And you could speak from your kind and strong heart. I have to learn to not drop into silence and just leave and then be upset for hours. Like, maybe stay, breathe, and be like any of these, oh, that hurt, or geez, that felt like shaming, and what's happening here, and what's going on? Did I do something to upset you? Where's that coming from? Like, have a conversation, let the person know. That's intimacy. If you can do it kindly and strongly, strong, kind heart. And that might take some breathing. Number 29, take yourself on a mindful walk. You can breathe and count. Just breathe normally. And as you breathe in, count your steps. As you breathe out, count your steps. And look deeply at yourself and the situation and see if you can find, with spaciousness in returning to equanimity, see if you can find understanding for the person and yourself, your precious heart, and compassion. Through understanding, through perspective, we could develop compassion and a way of better, easier way of being in the world where we don't have to isolate. Number 30, the final method. If there's a misperception happening, like if they're way off on something about you, like giving you criticism or shaming you for something you're really clear didn't just happen, like you really feel sure about that, you can still, you water your own seeds of loving speech and deep listening and talk to them at a later date when your emotion has settled and you're more neutral and equanimous, just like, wait a minute, that was off. And I want to talk about it because I love this person. And if I don't talk about it, I might avoid this person. So water your own seeds of loving speech, deep listening. And that's inspired by Thich Nhat Hanh, the 5 mindfulness practices, that last one. And these 30 things I'm really going to play with. So if you're with me and you notice any of these things happening, it would represent that I just felt stung by something and I'm trying to work through it. And I'm always open to feedback. So I hope this helps. It's a little longer than I thought it would be, but I do hope it serves. And thank you for listening. And may all beings be peaceful, happy, healthy, and well. Namaste, my friend.